And good morning. Welcome to Free for All Friday on Super Talk 1270. My name is Alicia Heglin Thorpe, and thank you, Super Talk 1270, for having us here today. We're honored to be here. We are United Tribes Technical College in Bismarck, and this is United Tribes Radio News. Again, I'm your host, Alicia Heglin Thorpe. I'm a media specialist in the Office of Public Information. I have a background and education in communications, mostly TV and some radio. I currently live in the Bismarck area. I've actually lived in several different places, but most notably now, my home would be in Bismarck. And I am enrolled with the Spirit Lake Nation in Fort Totten. November is Native American Heritage Month, and it's an important time for recognizing Native Americans. And for those who are Native American, it's time for us to acknowledge and respect our heritage, our ancestors, and our history. We'll talk more about history and the background of United Tribes Technical College later this hour. Also, we'll talk to a science educator at the school. We'll talk to a few students and get their perspective on things. And we'll find out how you can shop local and help our community with the popular seasonal market, or as we call it, the winter market. And that will be taking place on the campus of United Tribes. Now, people may think it's only Native educators or only Native students that make up the community of United Tribes. And that, of course, is not true. We have all walks of life that make up the United Tribes family. And joining us now is Dr. Jeremy Gwynn. Dr. Gwynn is an educator at United Tribes Technical College. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having this time.
Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your role at the college and how long have you been here?
Well, I'm the chair of the Environmental Science Department. I've only been in this position for about 5 months or so, but I've been at the college for about 5 years. And before that, I taught at Sitting Bull College for about 6 years. I originally grew up in Virginia, and made my way to North Dakota in 2000. Got my PhD from NDSU, so go Bison. And I've been in Bismarck since about 2004.
Okay. And so when you started your career at United Tribes, your title was environmental science, correct?
Right, environmental science instructor.
Okay. What kind of programs are offered in that?
So we offer 2 degree programs in the department. The first is environmental science, and the second is a pre-engineering program. These are both at the associate's level. The pre-engineering program is a transfer program to South Dakota School of Mines or North Dakota State University.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more. You said environmental science. What does that include?
Right, so that's kind of an unusual or a new term for a lot of people. Most people are more familiar with a biology department or maybe a chemistry department in the sciences, but it's one of the things that I'm most proud of tribal colleges for doing. That they had the foresight to look at multidisciplinary programs and try to take that on right away. When we started our science programs in the late 90s and early 2000s, we realized that today's challenges are really bigger than just a biology degree. You need to see how the different fields interact and connect with each other. So right away, our students are looking at how the sciences and how different fields connect. So you see things like, how does chemistry influence biology or wildlife? How does soil health impact plant abundance or wildlife abundance? Those sorts of things. So it's one of the things, again, that I'm really proud that tribal colleges had the gumption to take on and to do these multidisciplinary programs. And also one of the things I really think fits with our Native American students as far as seeing how we're all related and how all things and all parts of the sciences are related together.
Absolutely, bringing it back to Mother Earth.
Right.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's see. What would be an assignment for someone in your class in the environmental science degree? What kind of things would they be doing?
Sure. So as we were developing the science programs, we were really looking to train employees for the tribal agencies, like the tribal EPA department or tribal game and fish departments. So we focused really on the skills that those students would need to be successful employees and maybe even graduate students. Now we're really focusing on how that translates into research and doing research projects to help address issues on the reservation. So one of the very unique things that we did was built our program directly around those research experiences. So trying to teach the science concepts in a slightly different way. We're taking science labs into a whole new level by training scientists by actually doing science. So our students design and conduct a full research project as part of their program. From the very beginning, from when they decide on what type of project to work on, all the way through designing the methods, doing the literature review and that sort of thing, to collecting data and then moving it into a presentation and writing up the results.
Okay. And I would imagine you've seen some very interesting results from these research studies.
We have. It's challenging for us because students are very interested in what's important to them, right? And that may not always be in our field of expertise. I'm a wildlife biologist. We have a lot of students that aren't necessarily interested in wildlife. Most of them aren't. So maybe they're more interested in water pollution. So then we need to find another research mentor that can help out and another expert in the area that will help our students design a project, collect meaningful data, and then help them all along the way. So we really rely on our partners, federal, state, and tribal agencies to help out and assist us in mentoring our students.
Wonderful. If you could touch base here on about you have a science seminar at the school. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Sure. We have a science seminar series every Friday at 2 o'clock. This is at the New Science and Technology Center on United Tribes campus, just south of the airport. And every Friday at 2 o'clock. This Friday we have a range scientist from Chadron State University in Nebraska coming in, and he'll be talking about how habitats change over time. So if they're stable states or if there's a threshold that makes those things change. On November 20th, we have one of our own students, Dawn Al-Kafaji, who will be talking about coyote diet. We have an urban coyote study that's going on right now, and she'll be talking a little bit about her preliminary results. And then on December 4th, we have Mafani Mongo from Sitting Bull College, who will be talking about parasites in bison.
Okay. Are these open to the public then?
They absolutely are. We even have refreshments and that sort of thing, but it's totally open to the public. Our students will be there, so you get a chance to interact and see the great things that they're doing and to view our new facilities at the Science Center.
That's right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gwynn, for being with us today, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Right Now 34, on the web, on the go, everywhere. supertalk1270.com.
Welcome back to Super Talk 1270 Free for All Friday. This is United Tribes Radio News, and my name is Alicia Heglin Thorpe. Joining us in the studio now is Heather Demery. She's a resident services coordinator at United Tribes, and she's also student government advisor. And with her, she's got two guests, and I'll have her introduce our guests in just a moment. But Heather, you're a recent graduate of United Tribes yourself.
Yes, I am.
What was your field of study?
Well, I have an associate's in nutrition and wellness, which I attained in the fall of 2013. And I also had written the national exam for a certified dietary manager. So I have nutrition and wellness, the certified dietary manager, and then the following year I jumped into the bachelor's business administration program. So I have a 4-year in business administration as well.
Wow, you are busy in school.
Yes.
Okay, well, what is your role now as a resident services coordinator at United Tribes?
Well, I started working with United Tribes in June of just a month after I graduated, and they hired me as a resident service coordinator in the residential life department, which is the housing department. And so I work with all of the students who reside in family housing in the dorms, and I just try to help accommodate our students with the services United Tribes provides, with all of the different departments, in the services they provide, like with strengthening and lifestyles, or we have all of the various programs in the Wellness Center. And so I also try to maintain communication in the community with whatever resources can accommodate our students to help them be more successful in their college endeavors. So that's my position as resident service coordinator, but then I'm also the student government advisor. And with that position, I I went through an election process to get our student government board elected, and so now we have our Student Government Association board, which consists of 6 members: the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, sergeant of arms, and the historian. And so today we have our historian here, and we also have a representative from the Criminal Justice Club organization. Student government, they're an advocate for all of the student body at United Tribes Technical College, and then within that realm we have each department, and each department has their own club organization as well. And so we brought one of our club organization representatives also. So
Okay, wonderful. Introduce us to your first guest.
okay, our first guest is our student government historian. Her name is Kimberly Blevins. She is an enrolled member of the 3 affiliated tribes. So I'll let her introduce and say a few words.
I'm Kimberly Blevins. I am the current student government historian. I also serve on numerous other tribal government student activities, such as AHEC, which is American Indian Higher Education Consortium. I serve 2 positions on our AHEC Student Congress, which is also the historian and Miss AHEC as well.
Wonderful. So you have the title of Miss AHEC, is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. And what do you do in your reign, so to speak?
Miss AHEC is overall it's being an ambassador for the American Indian Higher Education Consortium, which came out of the American Indian Movement Act and based out of the 70s, and really trying to get Native Americans into colleges and into higher education. And so my platform as Miss AHEC has been to get girls, most teen girls, middle school girls, into the science department, as I am a part of the STEM program at United Tribes.
Okay.
I'm in the pre-engineering program.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So what do you see yourself doing after you graduate?
We'll be finishing in May at UTEC, and I'll be transferring. I'm currently applying to 4-year colleges. I will be going into petroleum engineering
Wow.
with a minor in political science.
Okay. You're going to be busy.
Yes.
Okay. And you also, as you said, besides holding the title for Miss AHEC and upholding your platform there, how are you finding time to be a student? I'm just kidding. How do you find time to? You have so many things here. One of your other titles is you're a historian for the Student Government Association. What does that mean? A historian.
Historian for student government is maintaining pictures, documents, events that student government has held. I compile the pictures and the documents, so I will create a folder following the end of the year.
Okay. Do you like taking photographs?
I do.
Yeah?
I do like doing the media stuff for our student government.
Wonderful. Okay. And let's see. What are some of the things that you've seen with student government? What activity did you really enjoy so far?
I love that we get involved with the students. Primarily, that's what student government is. We're here for the students and to create activities outside of the classroom and to try to get our students to be more active and really pulling them out of their shell to come in and get to know people. And it primarily comes down to networking and trying to get them to follow the networking through. You start with friends, and then, those friends eventually, we're all going to go away to school somewhere else or get a job somewhere else, and it's about making those connections.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing that information for us. What kind of advice would you give someone who is maybe struggling in school right now and they don't see themselves finishing high school or maybe even attending college? What would you tell them to stick with it? I mean, what would you tell them?
It's cheesy, but dream big. I took an alternative route to college. I have a 7-year-old. He's my world. And following high school, I lost track of high school and I got out of touch with everything, and I wanted to better myself for him and I wanted him to have a full role model to look up to, and I wanted that to be me. And so taking the alternative route, I got into college, and it's just about stepping out of your circle and knowing what you can do and what you can't do, and not to put limits on yourself, and to just step out of your comfort level.
Absolutely wonderful. Well, thank you so much for that, Heather. Why don't you introduce us to our next guest, please?
Our next guest, she's a criminal justice student. She's also an active member of her criminal justice club, and her name is Emily Connor, and she's the criminal justice treasurer. So if you could tell us a little bit about your criminal justice club, what you guys are doing possibly, and how it feels to be a student in the criminal justice program.
Great.
Hi, yes, I will be graduating here in a few years, or about a year and a half, with a bachelor's degree. And we are pretty active with the club right now. We have like 13 active members, and we're really busy with it. We're trying to make awareness with the Bismarck-Mandan area, working a lot with the sheriff's department, the city, and a lot. Our instructors are the cops, and we're working with the center and BTC. So kind of collaborating with all of them. So it's interesting working with them. And then our classes are very big, and so working with the students, the high school students, elementary students, and having a lot of fundraisers to make awareness, so cops are not all bad, because that's what a lot of like social media, that's what they're making it out to be. Every day there's something out there making it that way, showing it that cops are all bad.
Right.
There's always something showing it that way, and they're tearing us apart. It's not that way. So
the part of this program then is you're trying to unite the community and the youth and give them a proper representation of what our police and sheriff departments are for our protection.
Right. Safety first.
Okay, absolutely. And so you're saying that you've had some fundraisers for the Criminal Justice Club. What kind of fundraisers have you done so far, or is there anything coming up?
We've had, like for Halloween, we've had a fundraiser there, and then we have another one coming up for Turkey Basket, and then we have Christmas fundraising coming up, and so there's just positive things coming up that we're trying to do.
Sure. Where are the funds going then after you've raised the money? Where is it going, so to speak? How is it helping?
It's going to go to our club right now. We're trying to think about what we're going to do for the year end with it. Trying to think about, having it go towards for the taking a trip, maybe possibly, giving it towards the graduates that are going to be graduating. Giving them an incentive. So just different things that are coming up.
Okay, wonderful. And so you're a United Tribes student yourself. What kind of advice would you give to those who are maybe not quite sure what their future holds for them?
The students right now that are coming in or there?
Maybe those who haven't come to school yet.
Once you decide you want to come to school, put your mind to it, stay with it, and just be positive and don't give up on your dreams. There's always going to be some obstacles they're going to come up, but don't give up. Stay positive, and I just feel like don't ever give up on anything.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Right now, 34. Weekends with Stacy Keach, Richard Syrett, and Leo Laporte on Super Talk 1270.
Welcome back to Super Talk 1270 Free for All Friday. My name is Alicia Heglin Thorpe, and I'm with United Tribes Radio News. Of course, we're representing United Tribes Technical College today. And tomorrow, United Tribes is hosting a very special winter event. And for more information on that, my guest is Helen Hager?
Hager, yep.
Thank you. And she's the marketing manager for this event. Welcome, Helen.
Thank you for having me.
So the weatherman says we're going to have a beautiful day tomorrow.
Yes.
So it's going to be a great day to have a winter market. Why don't you tell us what that is?
Well, Winter Market is a seasonal market that happens November through April once a month from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Down at UTTC in the James Henry Gym. We are a winter market, which, as probably a lot of people know what a farmer's market is like, an outdoors farmer's market. It's similar to that, but it just happens in the winter. So it's indoors, and but it has a lot of the same kind of vendors and products available.
Things that you would expect to see at a market.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Wonderful. This so happens that even though it's going to be a great day tomorrow, we're still going to be indoors, so you still have that convenience of not all the wind and all that good stuff.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. And so the point of a winter market is basically we're getting people to shop local.
Absolutely. That is our number one goal, is to provide not only an opportunity to customers to shop local year-round, but also to provide that opportunity to local vendors, artists, producers, crafters to have a place to sell their products throughout the year.
Okay, and speaking of that, you're speaking of with vendors that are participating in this. What kind of vendors are we going to be seeing there?
Oh, we have a wide variety. So we have farmers, we have crafters, we have artisans. So some of the things that you could see tomorrow, we have a variety of baked goods, breads, cookies, muffins. We have someone bringing Juneberry pies, which I don't know if you've ever had Juneberry pie, but it's the best. We also have canned goods, so jams, jellies, pickles. We also have some produce that'll be there, some storage crops specifically, so things like pumpkins, squash, potatoes, onions. And then you also see a variety of arts and crafts. So there'll be jewelry there, both beadwork, metalwork. We have some original artists who will be selling their paintings and various prints, knitted items. We also have a woodworker who will be bringing like wooden toys and collectibles, stained glass, leatherwork, candles, and then a variety of natural homemade health products, so like soaps and various, bath fizzies and all sorts. I mean, the list goes on and on. I could keep talking. We could fill up the entire show with what's going to be there. So there'll be a lot of variety.
How many vendors do we have tomorrow?
Right now, which that could change hopefully at the end of the day. If we could still, if anybody's interested. Right now we have about 18. So,
and we have room for?
We have room for as many. I mean, we can make room for as many as people want to participate. So
as many as that gym will fit.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and we'll squeeze them in if we need be. So
wonderful. Now, when we're talking about shopping local, I mean, this is a weekend where they call it, a hunter widows weekend, where the men are out shopping, or the men are out hunting and the women are out shopping. I mean, obviously, this is going to be an event for everybody.
Absolutely, we encourage everyone to attend. We'll have a indoor obstacle course for kids to participate in. We'll have some live entertainment. A local musician, Jennifer Lynn, will be there at 11:30 playing a set. So, I mean, it's very much an experience, and definitely anyone is welcome to come and attend, hang out. So we encourage everyone to show up. Absolutely.
Okay. How did the idea for the seasonal market start?
I think ideally we were looking for that opportunity for people to shop local year-round. So we have various farmers markets throughout the Bismarck-Mandan community, and there was that goal to provide somewhere for people to come during the winter. I mean, it's North Dakota, so it's cold a lot. Mm-hmm. And so just have that involvement within the community as well, so people could get involved and people could take part in their community. I mean, that's something that was super important, and supporting those local vendors and meeting that need, I think, was really important.
So you had people asking or requesting for things like
I
this?
think both from both community members and then also the vendors as well. I mean, I think that, to have an opportunity for a vendor to be able to sell their products throughout the year, I think that's huge. I mean, I think we all, summer markets are hugely popular and they're a lot of fun, but I think we have a great opportunity to start something a little bit unique and different, and provide that niche where it wasn't being met before.
Right. And as we said, winter market, because it's cold here most of the time, but we should still be able to take advantage of the fresh produce and what's being offered.
Right,
It shouldn't just be a summer thing.
Right, absolutely. And like I said, there will be, like storage crops, things like that. Those hold for quite a long while. So to be able to have access to that. And then even our markets do go into, through April. So you can even get hopefully some earlier, greens and things like that, depending upon what vendors have available. I don't want any spoilers or anything like that of what you can find in April. I don't want to like say they'll be there, but fingers crossed.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit more about what are some of the long-term goals that you see you can foresee down the road, a couple of seasons from now or a couple of years from now? What are you hoping to see from?
We hopefully we'll be able to grow the market, so continue to pull in new vendors, and then also get more in community involvement with the market. So have more people take advantage of the opportunity. We're always interested in community groups coming out and either sponsoring a children's activity or providing if they would like to be a part of the market somehow. We're open to ideas, things like that. So we'd love to have more community involvement, and then just continue to grow, continue to have this be a pivotal thing in the community that people can come and they don't want to miss. So something they look forward to every year, something they can't wait to attend, say, winter market will be starting in November. I can't wait. So it's something that we want people talking about it. We want people attending. We want people to support it as much as possible because, we want to support our local artisans, crafters, and producers. So.
Right, and absolutely, and that's another reason why we have you here today is to explain to those who might be seeing the signs out or the little blurbs that might be in the paper, and they don't really understand winter market. What does that mean? And basically, It's a summer market. We just have it in the winter.
Into the winter, absolutely. And I think that one thing to keep in mind, I should mention that at the market we do accept. They have the ability to accept credit, debit, and SNAP benefits as well. So that's something that if you're driving by or if you're out and about and you think of it last minute, and you're looking down at your watch, you're like, oh, it's 1 o'clock, 1:30, I don't have time to go to the bank. Don't worry, come down. We can meet you that need. So
that's a great convenience.
It is
a great convenience.
Absolutely. So
okay, and I noticed you had a list.
Yes.
Is that a list of things that you hope to accomplish, or is it vendors that you're hoping to come on board?
Well, this is just my list of all the things that we'll be having.
Okay.
But so like kind of what I was going over earlier. But if anybody was curious about, where could I find this information? When can I find what's going on in Winter Market? I would encourage you to definitely like us on Facebook. That's where we post most of our information. So if what kind of vendors are going to be there, what kind of products we're going to have,
great,
the dates. So our market obviously is tomorrow on Saturday, 10 to 2. It'll be a Saturday once a month. So like next month, it'll be December 19th. So you can I'll start posting what kind of people, what vendors will be there, what activities we'll have planned. So I highly encourage people to like us on Facebook.
And what's that Facebook address?
Facebook, it's if you just go to the search, it's Winter Market Bismarck. You'll see the Winter Market logo, and we'll have all of our we'll post pictures while at market, so you can see if you want to log on to Facebook, you can kind of see what's going on, see what's there. So we try to keep it up to date as much as possible, both during market and up to market. So
okay, now how would someone become involved if someone wanted to be a vendor?
They would just need to contact me via either through our Facebook. We also have our email listed there. You can always email and just inquire, get information. It's a great opportunity. We just have an application process. It's $10 to participate in one market if you just want to try it out and see if it's something. If you're starting a new business or you're starting a new hobby and you might want to sell your goods, that's an opportunity for you there because it's very affordable and we're very easy to work with, and it's a lot of fun too. So
absolutely. Okay, so the winter market for tomorrow at United Tribes, it's tell us a little more about that. What day?
It's tomorrow. It's United Tribes. Once you get on campus, you just want to follow the signs. There'll be signs pointing you down to the James Henry Gym. It's from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. And we'll have a lot going on. So we'll have vendors, kids' activities, entertainment. They'll be ready to eat food. I hear there's rumors of breakfast burritos and some hot chocolate. So lots of really good food. Rumors. So come on down.
Okay, wonderful. Again, that's tomorrow, November 14th, from 10 to 2 in the multipurpose room at United Tribes, and that is our winter market. Shop local. We want you to stop in there and see how you can become involved. And thank you so much, Helen, for being here. We
Thank
really
you for
appreciate
having
the
me. I
time.
really appreciate it.